Hi folks, so yesterday we heard about Jeremiah Lamphere and his 60,000 flyers that he handed out. Day one, only 6 people come to his prayer meeting. It didn't seem like a great start, but as you might have guessed, this prayer meeting was to be the start of a revival that would grip America. Not only would it grip America, but it would influence countries all over the world. So having had a poor start, Jeremiah, he makes a conscious decision that he's going to persevere. He's going to continue these prayer meetings going each week. And each week, just a few more people come and the numbers grow until eventually the numbers at these meetings begin to double and double. Soon they're filling every room in the church with separate prayer meetings going on in all the different rooms. The hallways, the stairways all had their own prayer meetings going on because so many people wanted to come and to pray from 12 noon until 1 p.m. every day. And it burst out beyond Jeremiah's church where he was working until eventually there was multiple churches around the city, all just filled with people crying out in prayer. And it was all really spontaneous. It was pretty simple. They would come, they would gather, they would sing a song of worship, then they would just simply begin to pray with each other, praying for the lost, for their family members, for whoever it may be, for the world. It was a grassroots type thing. It wasn't fueled by big leaders or dynamic organizations. It was just simply lay people coming together and praying, passionate about Jesus, wanting to see him move, wanting to give him glory in their lives, in their city and in their nation. Now, there was a moment that was quite defining, a moment where this thing went to another level across America. You see, there was a newspaper editor who was sitting having his lunch one day, and he heard the whistle blow for the factories in the surrounding area to sort of signal to them it's lunchtime. So the workers, they can drop their tools and they can go have their lunch break. But he noticed that people were running out of the factories. They were sprinting out of the factories. And as a newspaper editor, this grabbed his attention. Where are these people going? And he goes and he gets a bunch of his reporters to follow these people to find out what's happening. And around an hour later, the reporters come back and they're like, you won't believe this. They are running out of the factories to the nearest church to go and pray. The editor, he is amazed by this. He's taken by this, and he writes up a story. He writes up a column that goes into his paper. And the word of this spreads out all across the east coast of America. And as the story spread, so did the move of God. People in other cities heard of this and they were like, we want this too. Do you know what I love about this though? When God moves, people take notice. Now, of course, God moves often quietly in our hearts. He moves quietly and intimately in our gathered church settings. But also when we see God move in revival in this way, people sit up and take notice. Something stirs within them. You know, Matthew 5 talks about letting our light shine before others. And I guess today I want to encourage you to be faithful to live a life that is marked by Jesus and is marked by the leading of his Spirit. And sometimes that means responding to God in a way that will actually draw the attention of those around us. Like those workers who were setting down their tools and they were running to pray. Are we willing to be moved by the Spirit in a way that others might see the light, that they might see the flame of the Spirit at work in us, and who knows, they might just get swept up into it too. Have a great day.